You Digidestined need to subscribe to Dinsy's domain, or you'll get a Trump sword!
The concept of the Dark Masters has always been a fascinating one. It's basically the Yonko concept from One Piece, but unlike the Yonko where you might have a few Yonko who might be good guys like Shanks or Whitebeard, all the Dark Masters are fully evil, so there is no grey area with the Dark Masters. But what if, in the new Digimon Adventure 2020 series, we see the return of the Dark Master concept, but with different Digimon instead of the original 4 back in the first Digimon Adventure series? Let's discuss. I want to give a quick shout out to one of our regular commenters on our videos, Insane Makaushin, with this concept that I'm about to discuss, so credit to you, mate, for giving me this idea. He made a comment on my Bring Back Etamon video that was very interesting. He said let Etamon and MetalSeadramon have like a buddy cop duo dynamic. MetalSeadramon is a vampire, so sunlight would be his natural weakness. That's one of the reasons why he clouded Tokyo with that fog back in the first season of Digimon. He won't be able to go out in the day because of the sun, so why not have Etamon fight during the day and have MetalSeadramon cause terror during the night, where his powers won't be diminished. I think the dynamic between the two characters would be entertaining as hell. You got the super serious MetalSeadramon who's laser focused and doesn't want to waste any time when it comes to conducting his plan. Then you got Etamon, an evil rockstar monkey who is not much of a planner but just wants to have a good time and play his music. The comedy between the two and just the interactions in general would be hilarious to see. There would be comedy, yes, but they're both powerful Digimon in their own right and can digivolve to their megaforms when things don't go their way. Etamon has the Dark Network that will cause serious damage against anyone in the digital world, and MetalSeadramon has his reputation as being one of the most evil and powerful Digimon in the digital world. That alone will be enough to cause fear amongst all the good Digimon. Those two Digimon by themselves will be enough to rule the digital world. One will rule during the night whilst the other rules during the day. Kinda like the Nekomamushi and Inuarashi dynamic in One Piece in the land of Zou. That idea could work for both Etamon and MetalSeadramon. However, the third Dark Master would be in charge of the internet world. And who better to be in charge of that world than the Digimon that nearly brought the whole world to its knees in our wargame? That, of course, is none other than the infamous DIABLOMON. I would personally place him in charge of the internet world. Do what he did during our wargame, going from one country's network to another, mess up all the military phone lines, disrupt the gates to the internet world so it doesn't allow the Digidestined to enter the internet world, just basically cause mass havoc. Think about it, guys. If some evil demonic being had control of the entire internet, no one would be safe. Imagine that being, in this case it would be DIABLOMON, having the location and personal details of every Digidestined in the world. And guys, we all know that Tai and his team are not the only Digidestins out there. DIABLOMON would be able to detect everyone's move as soon as they make it, and he would be able to inform MetalSeadramon and Etamon, who would be in charge of the digital world, if any of the Digidestined are planning to go to the digital world. He potentially can even hack the Digivices, or at least all the technology that the Digidestined would be using, such as Izzy's laptop. In the first season, Izzy's laptop had the Digimon Analyzer. DIABLOMON would be able to hack in and even give the wrong information. Like, remember in our wargame when Kabuterimon and Greymon were fighting Infamon? They assumed that Infamon was in his champion level, but really he was in his ultimate level, and that almost cost them their lives. Infamon, after defeating both of them, was already on the move to launch the missiles. One little piece of misinformation nearly costed the Digidestined their lives. So if you have DIABLOMON controlling the internet world, then 3 out of 4 of the Dark Masters would have both the digital world and the internet world on lock. But what about the 4th Dark Master? Should Piedmon return again as the 4th Dark Master? I don't think so. It wouldn't be right if he returned and the other 3 didn't return with him. Should Puppetmon be the 4th Dark Master? Maybe, but I feel like he would be in charge of the Dark Masters rather than being one himself. There's so many names I can mention. Would this Digimon or that Digimon be the final Dark Master? Now for me, in this hypothetical scenario, the Dark Masters are the endgame villains. They control 2 worlds right now. There is no greater threat and evil other than them. So no, I wouldn't have an Puppetmon or some other Digimon be the secret leader of the 4 new Dark Masters. Okay guys, prepare yourselves. So for me, I think the 4th Dark Master should be one of the partner Digimon. More specifically, Matt's partner Digimon, MetalSeadramon, or should I say Black MetalSeadramon. Yes, I would have Black MetalSeadramon as the fourth and final Dark Master. I think the story is already there being set up for Matt to do a massive heel turn against the other Digidestined. He is already a capable and competent, arguably even more so than Tai. In the original Digimon Adventure, you had Matt and Tai clash so many times, but during the Dark Master saga, you literally had WarGreymon and MetalSeadramon fight against each other. And MetalSeadramon, being such a loyal dog, he will follow Matt all the way to the depths of hell. He will kill for Matt. And I mean literally. In the first season, MetalSeadramon was threatening Tai. He even did a little ice blast on Tai and Agumon. And this MetalSeadramon was not influenced by any black gears or dark spirals. He was just following Matt's orders. Now imagine if Matt turned full bad guy and MetalSeadramon ended up being one of the Dark Masters. Matt's ego is already high, as we have seen in the new Digimon 2020 series. He was already there in the network world, and how do we know that he hasn't already gone into the digital world or any other world before that? And that's the thing, we can only assume and speculate. But what if not only does Matt go to the other worlds by himself, but what if he ends up going to the Dark Ocean by himself as well? Remember, the Dark Ocean has immense influence and can give someone that final push to becoming evil. Matt already thinks he's too good for everyone else and that he doesn't need anyone's help. If anything, people are slowing him down. Ego and pride, two of the 7 deadly sins, is already there within him. The Dark Ocean will give him that final kick to being fully evil, and even possibly even turning him into the new Digimon Emperor. Yes guys, I said it. Matt is going full heel mode and becomes the new Digimon Emperor, and then Dark Digivolves Gabumon into Black MetalSeadramon. Matt and Black MetalSeadramon will be the ones to rule the Dark Ocean. You will have the return of the Digimon Emperor, the return of the Dark Masters concept, and finally we get to see Black MetalSeadramon. Having a Digidestined and their partner Digimon being one of the Dark Masters would be something we have never seen before. And Matt and Black MetalSeadramon will be working as one unit, so you can call them the fourth Dark Master. In the ending theme, we see Matt falling. Could this be a foreshadowing of Matt turning into the dark side and falling literally into the darkness? The tension and stakes will never be higher, because when Ken was the Dark Emperor, he was literally a random guy that the Digidestined knew about but never had any emotional connection with. But if Matt was the Digimon Emperor, and with Black MetalSeadramon as the final Dark Master, the emotion and tension between the rivalry of Tai and Matt will be higher than ever before. And then you add TK to the mix. Would Magna Angemon use his Gate of Destiny against the fourth Dark Master this time, like he did last time against Piedmon, knowing that Matt is the fourth and final Dark Master? TK wouldn't know what to do. He potentially has the strongest Digimon, but if he is faced with his brother, would he be pulling his punches? Even Sora. If Sora does end up being close to Matt, and then Matt turned Digimon Emperor, what would happen to Sora? That will destroy her, and would she even have the strength to fight Matt after that? This turn by Matt will push the Digidestined to their limits like we have never seen before. The human villains in the Digimon series are always solid villains, and if Matt ended up being a villain, I have no doubt that he would be a great villain. If this does end up happening, we will have 4 of the Dark Masters controlling 3 worlds, unlike last time where all 4 of them just controlled 1 world. A former Digidestined being one of the 4 Dark Masters will be the icing on top of the cake. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Let me know in the comments down below on what you think of this theory. And again, shout out to Insane Machinedramon for the buddy duo idea. So thanks for that, mate. Click the notification bell to stay up to date with our content. And as always, care for nothing.